tell me, just like, obviously you start with the iPhone, but what have you matured into, I guess, as far as equipment wise and all that stuff?
Great question. So like you, I started as a photographer in Southern California. I did photog on the side. I was a second shooter for a professional photographer out there. Did a lot of wedding gigs and such over a course of about a 10-year span. Again, side business. And so I've always had kind of an eye and an enjoyment of that sort of stuff. Moved to North Carolina. This event became a possibility. I'd kind of shelved that for a while. And this birthed out again that old passion, and allowed me to kind of relive a little bit of that, but in a new and a more technical way. Which I'm like I said at the start, I'm a nerd by just birth, I think. And so this kind of created a challenge that I thought, I think I could probably pull together some of my passions and actually help some people out. So found EventLive, and their format was, you can use an iPhone to do the broadcast. So I thought that sounds perfect. So I used that, and boy, with I've got an iPhone 12, which has got phenomenal. I mean, I dare it to create a picture that's less impressive than a fancy DSLR as far as quality of image goes. So set that up, and that was the first one. From there, I've graduated to a multicam setup. I know what, if it's too easy the one way, why not make it difficult and more complicated?
Understood.
So I graduated, I found a device, created, if you're familiar with Sling boxes, which are the people have used for years to record television content. There's a company, Sling, that's out there.
Okay.
They actually produced a remote studio device. It's called the SlingStudio. It's the device right here in my hand. And it allows me to take this device anywhere and remotely record up to 5 streams simultaneously, both on the device natively and to broadcast it to the internet via RTMP out to the internet to whatever host company you've got, which is a technical way of saying you can see it on the web. Through this device. It becomes a full broadcast device. And the beauty of it is it's so cool. And again, I am a nerd and I do production through the church. So at the church, we've got this fancy console with the multiple cameras and a switcher and it's all this stuff. This device allows me to simplify that same thing down into an iPad mini, which I basically strap to my arm. And during service, I'm able to camera 1, camera 2. I can throw in slides, I can throw in graphics, overlay video, sound. It's all capable remotely with an iPad and that device, and however many cameras, up to 5 iPhones that you want to bring and set up in different spots. So I generally do an overhead, bridegroom, like that initial wedding.
Yeah.
A bride facing, a groom facing for vows. I have a remote that I go along with, like a steady cam that I can get at the other angle. And then usually a back shot that's high to low to catch the whole scene. So that's the typical 5 cam setup for me.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Go back to Sling box again. So is that self-powered? How's that whole thing work?
Question. Yeah, so for the remote capabilities, it does have a direct power input. So if you've got access to power, great, absolutely. I would recommend use that every time. That way you're dedicated. But it does come with a battery pack. That's this piece on the bottom. It literally just snaps right in. And that'll give you 2 hours worth of streaming broadcast without any power connection, which is more than any wedding ceremony would ever be. Yeah. Even a Catholic mass would not go that long for a big wedding.
Gotta hope not,
It'll do whatever you need. And the beauty is I've shot weddings out at farms, out in like farm pastures with horses going by. That's close enough to internet that I could get a signal without being too remote that I wasn't going to be able to shoot it. But the beauty is, if you needed to, just to let the family know, it won't be live at the time of the ceremony, but within however many hours of the production or the service, we could have it online, and I could bring this back because it records natively, and then I could bring back and upload it to the internet. So
does it have an internal memory, or do you have to add a card to it?
Yeah, it's a standard SD card that plugs right in the front.
Thanks again. Thanks for your time, and everybody. Hey, if keep watching, we're going to be on YouTube and Facebook, and check out. This is all this stuff's going to be broadcasted on EventLive's those spaces, and we'll hope to see you in the next video. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome.